Hey, are you ready to go? Joe and Randy's Texas Tea. Hey, you bitches know Joe and Randy's Texas Tea.
All tea on shade and it's Texas, man.
Joe and Randy's Texas Tea. Drink it, motherfucker.
Welcome, everyone. Welcome. It's Joel and Randy's Texas Tea. I'm Joel Tatum.
I'm Randy and Isurehateit.
Randy is calling him remotely because Randy couldn't make it. He is in Crosby, Texas. For those of you outside of the state of Texas, he's in Crosby, Texas, which is I don't know how many miles away from Houston. How many miles away from Houston is that?
37.
About 37 miles away from Houston. Ooh, that's a lot. Damn, that's a commute, girl. And you ride it with your sister. What time in the morning do you get here? Do you have to get up to be here?
I get up at 4, and I leave at 5, and then I get there at 6.
Mm-hmm. To which...
Oh, you commute into the city every day?
Every Wednesday.
Oh, okay.
Mm-hmm. And, well, sometimes he comes in a little earlier because he has to do other stuff in the city, but for the most part, I wake up in the morning, on a Wednesday morning. I know when it's time to do the show because there he is on the couch, asleep. And I'm like, okay, so we have a show today.
Oh, right. Mm-hmm. Got it.
So I'm either going back to bed or I'm going to work. One of the two. Mm-hmm. That's usually the way it happens. Mm-hmm. Then we get up. If we are, like, if I'm off, then we'll watch Netflix.
Yeah.
Okay.
Then we'll watch Netflix.
Are we doing the show or what?
Yes, we're on the show right now. I'm just regaling the story of what the process is every time that you and I have to do a show on a Wednesday, and on those Wednesdays where I'm off, where I don't have to rush off to work. So we'll watch a little Netflix.
It's exhilarating.
Mm-hmm. We'll watch a little Netflix. He loves British shows.
Good
Lord.
Mm-hmm.
Like, what do you guys watch on Netflix?
Randy.
Oh, all kinds of stuff. It's Netflix, girl.
Mm-hmm. So, one morning, I think I was watching... What were we watching the last... Oh, we were watching some show about some tiny little guy who has this 80s clothing store. Which I'm like... What?
Oh, that was Slobby Bobby.
Slobby Bobby. Which I'm like, what is this? Why are we watching this? And he's like, I don't know, girl, I just turned it on. And by episode 4, we were hooked.
It's a series.
Yeah, it's fun to watch, but it's really funny because he keeps saying how he's getting over on all these people by charging them 1,000% of the price of the item that they bought.
Is he a slob?
Like he buys it for $1.50 at a yard sale and goes and sells it for $1,000.
Oh.
So here's a guy who is obsessed with 80s and 90s clothing. Culture, all this other stuff, opened up a little shop in Arizona, and suddenly it's like super the thing to do because the millennials millennials like 80s and 90s stuff.
That's the thing.
So he has a successful shop, and he just goes around and buys all this ridiculous stuff and sells it for an incredible markup because that's what the kids like. And there are collectors. There are people in our age group who like collecting this stuff. I mean, good Lord, he goes out and finds some of the most amazing finds from the 90s and 80s that I completely forgot about.
Wait, is it a reality show?
It's a reality show.
Oh.
Mm-hmm. It is a reality show. He is a short, little chunky monkey. He must be... How tall do you think he is, Randy?
Oh, I don't know. Probably about 4'11".
Oh, wow.
Well, I was actually thinking 5'2", maybe.
So he is pretty short.
I don't know if he's that tall.
Wow.
But he's just this chunky little white man in his 30s or 40s, I think. What is he, in his 40s?
I would say he's probably in his mid-30s.
Mid-30s?
Okay.
With this big curly afro and all this. And he uses all the slang from the 90s and all this other stuff. And I was like, I don't know what we're watching. And I actually was looking at Randy going, bitch, what is wrong with you? Why are we watching this? And Randy's like, I'm sorry, I just turned it on something. So that is how we start our day when I'm off. Before we have to do the show, we'll watch something on Netflix, and that's that. We have discovered some shows on Netflix, though. There are some pretty good shows on Netflix. What was that other show that we watched? The British show? What was it called? Side Note? What that guy?
I can't recall.
The one with the guy from Harry Potter.
Oh. Sick Day.
Sick Day. Oh my God.
Sick Day.
Sick Day. If you are going to watch something, that is an amazing.
Really?
That is an amazing watch. I watched. Randy and I
watched. Or sci-fi or what?
No, it's more like, what is it? What do you think? Mystery thriller?
You said what? I lost you.
Oh,
it's like a dark thriller.
Sick Note. We were talking about Sick Note.
Are you saying Death
I know
Note?
that.
No, not Death Note.
Is that what were you asking me?
No, we were asking you what genre it fell under.
What genre?
Black comedy.
Black comedy.
Black comedy. It's a
black comedy.
It's a British black comedy, and it is amazing. And if anybody's out there listening, you should watch this. This shit is amazing. It's fucking amazing.
I have to check it out. I'm kind of in a Sabrina kick at the moment.
I wish Netflix was paying us for all this advertising.
Wait, what did he say?
He said, I wish Netflix was paying us for all this advertising. You know, Randy is also a Sabrina person. You know, I got all the way up to episode 7 and I went, I need a break. I need a little bit of a break. This is too much. But Randy is a Sabrina girl.
You said what?
I said Randy is a Sabrina girl.
Is he?
Oh yeah, I enjoyed Sabrina. But anyway, before we go through the run through of all of Netflix, today is Betty White's birthday.
97. She turned 97.
No way.
This bitch is still alive.
97 years old, and she said the secret to her longevity is to stay positive, and she likes hot dogs and vodka.
Hot dogs.
Randy, you realize that like Carol Channing died on a Monday.
I know Miss Channing.
Miss Channing died on the Monday, and I think she was 97, 95.
Yeah, she was.
No, she was 97.
She was 97. And I'm going to be honest. I didn't even know Carol Channing was. I thought Carol Channing passed away years ago. I'm going to be honest. I did. I thought she.
I never thought about it. To be honest, you know.
She did the last.
Because I've never seen the show that she was in for 50 years. Hello, Dolly. I've never had the patience for musicals.
What?
Yes, I know. I say the same thing, and I get my gay card revoked. What? You don't like music? I didn't say I didn't like musicals. I just said that sometimes I don't have the patience for musicals.
No, I don't like
music. I don't like musicals.
Although Miss Saigon is awesome.
Actually, I am a huge fan of Chicago.
Chicago's
I love Chicago.
I like some musicals.
Really
they have to be.
The movie theater, the theater version isn't a musical. That's the only movie musical I can stand. Chicago.
I can stand Chicago. Oh, and one more.
I like the one that just came out. The one with the guy and he's doing the circus or whatever. That actually was a pretty good musical.
I'm not a big. You know, I have tried watching musicals because I'm like, oh, well, in the early days, when I was trying to figure out gay culture, and I was like, wait.
Figure out gay culture? What's there to figure out?
Well, because, you know, musicals are a big thing in gay culture. And, of course, we all grew up in a certain age, so it was all about the musicals. So, what kind of gay were you, and what kind of musical did you like to listen to? And to be quite honest,
I don't know if I've ever had anyone ask me what my favorite musical is.
Oh, Lord.
Really?
You know how many times people... So what's your favorite musical?
What? I've never had that question asked.
All right.
Just say Miss Saigon. You can't go wrong with that one.
No, I always say Chicago.
That's so like...
Chicago. Or I say
so
Mary
like
Poppins, because I feel like everybody loves
Wait,
Mary. I always say Mary Poppins, because I feel like everybody loves Mary Poppins.
Well, you better love Mary
Nobody doesn't like Mary Poppins.
Nobody
If you don't like Mary Poppins, there's something wrong with you.
There's something wrong with you if you do not like Mary Poppins.
That's like not liking dogs.
I know.
Or kittens.
I'm the most cynical person on the planet, but I will sing Just a Spoonful of Sugar like nothing in the world.
Okay, well that's... Okay, you can have your gay card back.
Exactly.
Because that's pretty gay.
I also like the Liza Minnelli one. Which one was that one? That was
Broadway, the Chorus Line?
No, not Chorus Line. Randy. Liza Minnelli.
What about her?
What was the musical? World War II. There are a bunch of gay men.
Oh, I know what
these bitches don't know what they're talking about.
That's what we need to help people get the answer. There's a big dead silence.
Real scintillating conversation over here, I'll tell you what.
I know. Good Lord. I cannot believe we do not remember the name of the... Can somebody please Google
that? Hey, this is before my time, okay?
Randy, can you please Google Liza Minnelli?
Who?
Cabaret! It's Cabaret.
Oh, right.
Cabaret. Love Cabaret.
Cabaret.
Yes.
I had said that.
Mm-hmm. Oh, I'm sorry. We probably didn't hear you. I'm sorry.
Yeah. I've never seen that, actually.
Mm-hmm. Okay. So, yeah, Cabaret is the only... So I like 3 musicals. I like Cabaret, I like Chicago, and I love Mary Poppins.
Well, then you like musicals.
Does that count, though? Because
I don't like... you know which one I hate is the one... What's the one with the dancing, the fighting, where they're fighting, but they're kind of dancing?
Oh, that's a lot of musicals, sweet.
No, the one Brooklyn or West Side Story.
Good Lord. Has anyone in this room ever sat through the Tonys?
No. I did have to sit through Cats once. That was terrible.
No, I'm talking about the Tony Awards.
I know what you're talking about.
Oh, yeah.
Randy, have you watched the Tony Awards ever?
Not really, no.
Because I don't even... Half of the time I'm like, I don't know.
Wait, do they televise them?
Yes, they televise them all the time. They're supposed to...
Well, they used to. They stopped last year. They showed it.
I think they did.
Nobody was watching anymore. You can watch it online, but now you can't. It'll never be televised again. Tony gave up last.
Yeah, because no one is really in the theater as much. And half the time the 1 or 2 times that I did watch it, I was actually dating someone who was super into theater, and
imagine that.
He made me sit through and watch the Tonys, and I'm like, I've never seen anything. I don't even know what any of these shows are.
Why don't you go watch the Tony Awards if you live in Oklahoma?
Yeah, exactly. You don't know what any of that stuff is.
Wait, are you going to the bathroom right now?
How are you supposed to see all them damn plays on Broadway if you live in Ohio?
Exactly. So
it's very elitist.
It is very elitist.
I turn my nose at snobs. How dare they?
Okay. Randy, we're going to take just a little bit of a break for just a second, and we'll be right back and just hit pause.
But how could you do a gay bachelor? I mean, not to change this topic, but wouldn't everyone just be...
you can do a gay bachelor because we have gay marriage now. So.
I know, but everyone would be sleeping with each other.
Well, you're right, because gay men are men. And
like you're not going to get all those attractive men under one house and not have it be chaos.
Exactly. It's going to be chaos. We talked about this.
Everybody's going to be tricking. Everybody's going to be tricking.
Yep. So. And they're going to be like, fuck The Bachelor.
Exactly. If I recall, Billy Eichner already did a parody. No, it wasn't Billy Eichner. I'm sorry. It was Jesse something other from Modern Family. Did a parody of The Bachelor, of how The Bachelor really would be, and he nailed it. He completely nailed it. No one paid any attention to him. Everybody else was hooking up.
Yeah.
And he's like, wait, I'm the Bachelor. Bitch, nobody don't care.
That's the way it would be, too.
Jesse Ferguson, that's his name.
I know that we can control ourselves as human beings, but gay men are men, and men love sex. And if you can have sex with each other, then that makes everything all the better.
Well, I will say this because it just popped into my head, and this is something that, we've been talking about it like, this is what we expect from gay men. And the thing is that maybe we have slightly evolved a bit where actually you could have a bachelor with a house full of gay men.
No.
And it could work.
That's ridiculous.
I mean, there is no gay man on the planet who's going to embarrass himself on television. So it actually might
Then who is or is not?
That is not. No queen is going to go on The Bachelor and embarrass himself.
I would.
By sleeping with everybody in the house.
Yes,
but
would. I would definitely do that.
Well, I would like to think that because most of these contestants will...
Now, once they get up in that house and turn off those lights, there's going to be a dual orgy, girl. It's going to be
let's say there's got to be a whole behind-the-scenes thing.
Yeah.
Everyone's hooking up with everybody.
Well, you know what? They would probably be sleeping with the cameraman, the producer, the makeup person. All kinds of people would be slept with.
Actually, that sounds like
as well as the people in front of the camera. So it would be, as Randy said, it would probably be a much more interesting show.
Yeah.
Can you imagine the makeup artist coming on camera and going, well, he seemed like he was in the Luke, but then we slept together, and then it turns out he wasn't that in the Luke.
He's out, just like that.
That would probably happen.
Well, wait, there's got to be some sort of gay reality show on Logo or something.
But seriously, that would be a tough show to produce.
Yeah, that would be. Logo already tried this, and it didn't work out so well.
It didn't work out? Why didn't it work out?
Because everybody slept with everybody on the production.
But
literally, everybody slept with everybody on the production.
If you made that part of the show, then maybe it would work.
Maybe it would work, but I don't think people in Ohio or Iowa or any of that stuff would be ready for all that kind of stuff.
That would make it even better. I don't think it could go on network TV.
Which begs the question: Are we over sexualized sometimes? I mean, the fact that we were talking about the idea of the gay bachelor and the fact that gay men in a room couldn't compete.
Well, I think there's a
Joel. People go to circuit parties all over the place, from city to city, just to fuck around. There ain't no way you can have them go get a whole bunch of gay men drunk.
I think
it's gonna go down. Let's just face it, it's going down.
I think with heterosexual couples, since a woman's sexuality is a little bit different than a man's, that might be controversial to say, but anyway, I think that she naturally sort of counterbalances.
Women are different than men.
Yeah.
She sort of counterbalances. She tempers the man's sexuality, but when it's just two men, there's nothing to temper it. It just goes out of control.
Yeah, exactly. It does get a bit out of control when it's just two of the... Now, could you have a lesbian bachelor and that would work? Or would that be like... And no offense to our lesbian...
They would all beat the shit out of each other.
Wow.
They would.
That would be...
We just lost half our viewership.
Come on, lesbians out there. You know what I'm talking about. I get all y'all in a room and y'all all want the same woman and see if somebody's ass don't get cut and beat the shit out of it.
I think it would be called Bachelor the Death Match. Because that's what it would really boil down to if it was just lesbians competing for the one person. It would be Bachelorette the Death Match.
Somebody's gonna get hurt if you're a lesbian bachelor.
I can see that being a show too, though.
Insurance for lesbian bachelorette.
Oh Lord, I don't think insurance companies would even want to. It'd be like, no.
I think that would be a good show.
That would be a fantastic show, and I can tell you that people in the insurance business would go, That is a fantastic show, but we're not going to insure that because people are going to get hurt.
Right. What if you had two houses and one was a gay house and one was a lesbian house?
Could that work?
And then they competed against each other.
Well, the gays would have to stay in a lesbian house, and the lesbians would have to stay in the gay house. And I don't even know how that would work.
No, that wouldn't work.
If you had to be punished, you had to spend the night in the lesbian house to be punished.
Mm-hmm.
No, that wouldn't work.
No,
and then the lesbian would have to spend the night in the gay house to be punished.
Mm-mm. We punish each other enough. And that's when heterosexuals would go, see, they can't even get along.
Right.
We gave them 2 shows, and they still can't get along. I know.
We get along just as well as straight people get along with each other, don't we?
I think we do, on a certain level. But like Randy and I have discussed this before, it's still basically men and women. So men and women are always going to have that tiny little bit of conflict between each other.
Yeah.
Whether they're heterosexual or gay.
Right.
There's always going to be that tiny little bit of conflict.
Wait, are you saying in a gay couple there's a feminine one and a masculine?
No. What I'm saying is that between gays and lesbians, just like between heterosexual men and women, there's always going to be that tiny little bit of conflict.
Yeah.
There's always going to be that. Because we're men and they're women.
Yeah.
And as much as we would like to identify with women, and as much as lesbians would like to identify with men...
Wait, I don't identify with women. What?
Well, more on a feminine
I think that's a
aspect.
stereotype.
Yeah.
Some gays are like that, some aren't.
Mm-hmm.
Wait, do you think you're a woman inside?
No. Mm-mm. No, I'm 100% dude. I'm 100% man. I am 100% man who likes 100%
I would say I'm 97% dude.
Mm-hmm.
3% alien.
Mm-hmm. But, just like a gay man, there's that 3% extra that I like to be. So, I'm fine with it.
I feel like my sexuality is kind of feminine, actually.
Mm-hmm. Well, we're all pretty feminine on a certain level.
Yeah.
There's nothing like sitting around with a bunch of like straight acting dudes who are gay. Oh, I don't. Right. I talk like this, and I like football and blah, blah, which, by the way, there's nothing wrong with. There is absolutely nothing wrong with that. And in fact, we celebrate it a little bit too much. But at the same time, when we look at feminine gay men, and then we're like, oh, they're not attractive, they're not this, they're not that, because they're feminine. That's when we.
I think there's a threshold where it's like, okay, that dude's too feminine, and it's not doing anything for me.
Yeah, it even affects.
But I think if you're a little feminine, I actually kind of like that.
Yeah,
because it means you're free with yourself.
Yeah, exactly. I think it's pretty cool, and I've lain with feminine men, and
what?
Lain?
Lane? Is that a word?
That is a word. That is the future tense of lane.
I'm having trouble hearing y'all.
Mm-hmm.
It's gotta be my phone.
Mm-hmm. Is it your phone or my phone? Should I move the phone?
I think it's the mic.
Lane.
I'm not sure.
Mm-hmm. Are you too loud in the mic? Is that what you're saying? Because
I can't understand you.
Okay, well, I pulled you back. Well, now you can because I pulled you back a little bit.
Damn. Should I pause it while we're doing this nonsense?
No, it's fine. This is what we do.
So anyway.
So can you hear us?
My name's Christopher, by the way.
No.
I'm helping these dudes out on their podcasts because they need a lot of help.
I'll try and ring you back.
They brought in the big guns.
Mm-hmm. Are you gonna ring me? Oh,
hello?
Yeah, I'm still here.
I'm trying to keep the audience entertained.
I'll have to ring you back. I can't. I'm having trouble just fading out, in and out.
Okay. All right. So ring us back.
We're
okay.
Okay. Where are we at?
We're at 24 minutes.
Okay, we can take a break. So
I am.
Yeah.
Okay. So we're back.
We're back.
We took a little bit of a break, but
I'm
black.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, no, I was just saying hello to everybody.
Okay. We got a little scary because we thought we lost you again.
Mm-hmm.
So actually, we were what were we talking about again? Oh, let's get into news. Oh, yes, let's get into news. Can we get into news?
Let's do it.
Yes, let's do.
Do you want me to tell you what's going on?
Yes, tell us what's going on, Chris.
Well, 2 days ago, like we mentioned, New York became the 15th state to ban gay conversion therapy. That's pretty cool.
That is a huge thing.
That is wonderful because, the people who do the conversion therapy end up tricking with each other. The staff, the students, all of them.
Yeah, they all do anyway, so what's the point?
I wonder what the other states are that already have banned it.
Well, there are 15 so far.
Yeah.
I think California was the first.
Go Cal!
I'm sure they were.
California was the first.
My people.
But at the same time, New York also now has transgendered non-discrimination bills that have passed. So now transgender people in New York have better protections than they did before.
That's cool.
Well, that's good news.
That means they get to get employment. That means that you can't discriminate them against employment, housing.
That's great.
What if one comes to, never mind.
Mm-hmm.
I'm very happy about that. I really am.
I'm extremely happy about that.
Because people deserve a chance to do whatever and be themselves.
Mm-hmm.
And still have a job.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Exactly.
For sure.
So now it offers state protections, not federal. They'll get there. Here, dear transgender people, you will get there. This is a huge victory for you.
I mean, life is hard enough with a job.
So for New York, the state of New York, not the city, but the state of New York, to put this through and have it signed by the governor of New York is an amazing thing. And that means that, the West Coast is going to have to compete. So, all you transgender people on the West Coast, it's going to happen a lot sooner than you think. Because it always starts in one state. The whole idea, gay marriage started in Massachusetts.
Right.
That was one state. That was one state. And then suddenly it became an avalanche of states who were doing it, and then gay marriage became a thing. So keep hope alive, girls. You won a major victory, girls and boys.
Yeah,
you won a major victory, and it's just gonna keep rolling. So you're just gonna have to go through the hard times, just like we did. But y'all already been through enough hard times, so this is a huge victory. Take it and start this and steam.
And what else is in the news?
Oh, we have to talk about Chechnya because I put out on Twitter under our show page that Chechnya needs to stay in the news. We can't let them have weeks or months without being in the news anymore, because when you start attacking gay men and women in Chechnya, then we need to make sure that you are the focus from this point on. And we're going to be looking at every little thing that you do from this point on.
We really need to be treating every gay person as like part of our tribe.
It's part of our family. It's part of our tribe. So Chechnya wasn't in the news for I don't know how long. In fact, until that story came up, I completely forgot about Chechnya.
Yeah.
I do not want to do that again. I do not want to do that again. The gay community cannot afford to do that.
Well, there's so much to focus on, though. I mean, there's there's so
Mm-hmm.
many countries where it's. I mean, you could be killed for being
Yeah,
gay.
exactly. But Chechnya comes up in the news more because, one, this guy looks like a dictator. I mean, that hair and that beard are just ridiculous.
He kind of looks like could be in the closet, don't you think?
Mm-hmm. He looks like
That might be his problem.
He looks like he is in the closet.
He's kind of almost hot.
Yeah,
in a weird sort of way.
Is he?
Is he?
You said what?
No, I didn't say that.
Mm-hmm. Kind of hot. Really?
She said what?
She said he's kind of hot in a weird way. Look, I don't really...
You just separate it from what's going on. Is he hot?
Mm-hmm. I mean, he looks like somebody who would be on Growler.
That's what I'm talking about.
But he wouldn't have his picture on Growler. He'd just have the...
Do you think he'd be a bear or a muscle bear?
Oh, no, he'd be a bear.
Oh.
He's
I
definitely there.
haven't seen this person.
Mm-hmm. You need to look him up.
We're giving him way too much.
He would be a red-haired bear. That's exactly who
we should make a fake profile for him on Bacheler.
Exactly.
That would be so funny.
Mm-hmm.
Y'all just complimenting this monster like he's somebody special.
Okay, you know what, Randy? Isn't this what comedy is all about? We still have to keep him in the focus. Keeping him in the focus, even if we have to make jokes about him, keeping him in the focus so that people are looking
What
at
else y'all do?
Keep him in the focus.
Well, I was just mentioning that I thought...
Wait for a second. We're not going to stop nobody from getting murdered just because we keep him in the focus.
We might.
Yeah, actually, we have a lot of power.
We actually might.
Well, you know, with social media...
Mm-hmm.
Well, I certainly hope so.
We actually might. Like I said, when you take the focus off of a dictator, he's going to do what the fuck he wants. Until things get horrific enough for us to go, oh...
The more we keep it in the attention of whoever we can... is the better.
Yeah, exactly. We have to. He needs to be in the news every goddamn day, and if that means that people are making fun of him, if that means all cracking jokes or what have you, he is in the focus.
Yeah. So what happened with Chechnya recently? What's the latest thing?
Oh, another gay roundup.
Okay.
I think 1 or 2 gay men ended up dead.
Shit.
So yeah, we're doing a roundup thing again.
That's disgusting.
Which I'm like, as Randy had stated on a show, you know, going to a party full of men and they get raided because it's a party full of men, not knowing if they're gay or not, but the perception of gay is there. So that's what we're dealing with in the rest of the world.
Yeah, you gotta at least be thankful that you know we don't have to deal with that stuff here.
Yeah, exactly.
In this day and age.
No, we don't. Those days are over.
Thank God.
Oh, we still have a little bit of work to do because you always got to stay vigilant in this kind of thing.
Yeah, you do.
If you say, "Oh, well, we're done," then something turns around and it's like, "Oh, goddamn, we got to start all over again."
Right.
So you got to stay vigilant. Always have to stay vigilant.
That's true.
Yes, indeed. I couldn't agree more.
So
the vigilantes.
Maybe not
on the vigil.
Not to the point where we were before when we had absolutely nothing.
Right.
Or died in the streets and everything else. But now we have a little something.
Yeah.
So we have to keep holding on to that something and making that something a little bit better. So you have to stay
and we have to conduct ourselves with dignity.
Yeah, exactly.
And respect ourselves and others. We're representing, bitch.
Exactly. That's why we have to keep the focus on the other gays around the world because we have to show them that you can get here, but it's not going to be easy. It's going to be terrible sometimes. It's really going to be terrible sometimes. And you just have to keep staying vigilant. You have to keep doing it. You have to keep fighting because the moment that you give up, you're done.
Clap. Bravo, Joe. Bravo.
So that's why we have to make sure that Chechnya and other countries like this stay in the news. And if, like I said, if it's ridiculous memes, if it's comedy, we just let's say this.
What else is in the news right now?
Oh, let's talk about the fact that Family Guy no longer wants to do gay jokes. The fact that Sarah Silver
it's a little late now.
Doesn't want to do gay jokes. The fact that a lot of people are saying we don't want to do gay jokes anymore. Which, by the way, no. You need to do gay jokes.
Kind of like because what you're just saying. If
exactly.
Keep us on your tongue.
No, we need the gay jokes, especially from heterosexuals.
Right.
We need the gay jokes. Keep them going.
But I mean, of a certain taste.
I don't know if anybody needs the gay joke.
Well.
Well, does anybody?
I think you can tell.
Be so damn sensitive.
I think you can tell it's a gay joke that actually makes gay people feel like they've just been recognized.
You know what? What's
and treated as a human and made fun of, and it's sort of there's a certain line that you don't want to cross, of course. Man, you're gonna kill me with those cigarettes.
I'm sorry.
I'm gonna die right here, ladies and gentlemen.
I'm sorry. I know.
Don't die.
I know. Ladies and gentlemen, I have recently had some health issues that I had to deal with, and now I'm fine. And
you had some what?
Some health issues.
And you're smoking?
I know. Okay, can I have this moment, Chris? And so, yes, there are certain habits that I'm going to have to stop. And one of those habits is going to have to be smoking. It's going to have to stop. It has gotten out of control. I at one time, could smoke a cigarette once every 3 days. But everything's been so stressful lately and everything else, so I've gone a little overboard. So now I got to rein it back in and get rid of it. That's because even Randy is like, I can hear Randy coughing, and this girl never says anything, but I know. So, yeah, that's what I got to do. I know I have to do it, so there we go.
I support you in that.
Oh. Well, good.
So, but do we really want to get rid of?
Rid of what?
Gay jokes? No. I liked it when Sarah Silverman made jokes about...
I've never really seen Sarah Silverman, so I don't know what sort of gay jokes she makes.
Oh, they were they were pretty on the line.
Yeah.
But that's what made it so funny, because they were pretty on the line of it could become offensive.
Well, I don't know what kind of gay jokes we're talking about. I mean, you don't want to incite bullies.
Well, no.
With gay jokes.
No, when I talk about gay jokes, what I mean is the fact that, we don't want to become special, that comedians can't make fun of us.
Yeah, that's weird.
You can make fun of the gay community. Make fun of the gay community. It's fine.
There's a lot of things to make fun of.
There is a lot of things.
It's good for us to laugh at ourselves, too.
Yeah, exactly. So,
don't make us untouchable.
We can't be untouchable.
Like, we need to be able to view ourselves with a sense of humor.
And
you can help us with that by making gay jokes.
Yeah, exactly. So, just keep them coming. I mean, Family Guy saying that they don't want... Are you serious? Why?
Well, I'm not a fan of Family Guy. I think Family Guy is kind of gross.
I'm not a fan either, but I don't... if it's funny, it's funny.
I love
it. Funny.
I think it's just... Actually, I think it's contributed to the downfall of America and the rise of where we are right now. If I say so personally.
I think it's gross. It's obscene.
It's obscene.
It's abhorrent.
Yes.
And I laugh at every moment of it. I'm sorry, I do.
I don't laugh at every moment.
I laugh at every moment.
I like American Dad better.
I laugh at every moment because that's exactly how Americans think. So
that's kind of disturbing.
It's disturbing.
That's why you're laughing. Okay.
Wow.
So, like,
are y'all having Texas tea this evening?
No, actually not. No.
I'm Texas tea. Oh. That KO'd you.
This is how we lost last night's show. So no, we're not having Texas tea at all. Not in the least. Now we are having Texas cigars. A little bit of a cigar, but nothing out of the ordinary.
So what else we talk? We have forgotten completely that there's some sort of audience out there.
There is, and we're having fun with you.
So what are we going to talk about next?
What would you like to talk about next?
There's this gay superhero movie supposedly that might happen.
Yeah, Lee Daniels. Oh, that's a...
But do you know what he wants to use as a superhero?
Some kid he found on Facebook who was prancing around in pink boots.
He broke the internet.
Yeah, he broke the internet.
Did I just say that?
Yes, he broke the internet.
I'm so pathetic.
Randy, have you heard?
I don't know if I'm breaking the internet, but you better be careful you don't break any ankles.
That's true. She better be careful because she's supposedly going to be Lee Daniels' gay superhero, and I'm like, Oh, leave. No.
Why?
If you're gonna do a gay superhero movie, if you're gonna make it campy,
don't do a gay superhero.
Oh,
you don't like it being campy?
Can it? Here's a question to all three of you: can a gay superhero movie be done and done right?
Well, what do you mean by done right?
Yeah.
Where it's not campy, where it's just a superhero happens to
can
be gay?
Well,
it needs to be written right.
Well,
I don't know what you mean. Can it? Yeah, it can be done.
Mm-hmm.
What do you mean by right?
When I say done right, I mean the fact that you would have elements of camp, but be able to entertain a straight audience at the same time.
If I made a gay superhero movie, there would be no fucking goddamn camp in it.
Mm-hmm.
It would be like straight line superhero, and he just happens to like fucking dudes.
Mm-hmm.
Why is that so hard to do?
Exactly. That's the way I would do it.
But if I wanted to throw in a comedy element, I would throw in touches of gay culture here and there.
I wouldn't.
I would.
No,
simply because you still want to...
I wouldn't.
Now, I said touches. I didn't say splatter the whole thing.
Thank God I'm the director.
I'm not saying splatter the whole thing, but just little references.
Like what? What are you going to reference?
Literally anything. He could literally be in a scene where he is in the most baddest fight scene you've ever seen. I mean, he is kicking ass. He's getting his ass whooped.
Okay.
Blah, 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 blah. Somewhere in the middle, he says something that we in the gay community would understand.
Like what?
And I don't know.
Give me an example.
Yeah, like what?
Like, girl, did I break a nail?
Mm-hmm.
You want him to say something like that?
Or...
Are you fucking kidding me?
No.
You're not making my superhero movie.
No. Where he could still have the gruff, rough, straight acting voice that we would want him to have. Let's be honest, we would want him to have that. We would not want him to be some femme queen running around.
He wants to be a normal person.
I think maybe his sidekick could be a little...
Mm-hmm.
Like...
Yeah, exactly. So we know exactly what we would want him to be.
Wait, do you think he and his sidekick would be having sex? I would have them be having sex for sure.
But he would say something like super campy in the middle of a
no, that's so stupid.
But not it like, oh, you made me break a nail, or I mean, in that something campy enough that the gay community would.
I don't know.
That's not in my movie.
Not in my. Yeah, Randy's on my side. Yeah.
So he would actually have no gay culture whatsoever?
No, he just happens to like dudes.
That's it?
Yeah.
How are you going to get a gay audience to watch this film?
It's not about getting a gay audience. It's about making a gay superhero movie.
Oh.
Yeah.
Then you've basically made a superhero movie about a straight guy who likes straight guys.
What? No, you made a superhero movie.
No, nobody said anything about straight people.
What the fuck does that even mean?
There are all kinds of gay people.
Mm-hmm.
Wait, if you're sexually attracted to dudes, you're not a straight guy.
Oh.
What are you trying to say?
That's another show. I actually read an article. Read a real
these two guys who are straight in a relationship?
No. About a small percentage of heterosexual men who don't mind having sex with other men, but still consider themselves heterosexual.
That's fine, but are they sexually attracted to the other men? That's what I said.
Yeah, exactly.
You can have sex with a guy, but not be sexually attracted to them. Straight guys like to get blowjobs from gay guys.
But would you want to? I mean,
I wouldn't.
Good Lord, I think I'd want to be attracted to the guy, or at least.
I mean, that's like I want to get a blowjob from a woman. Hell no.
Mm-hmm.
That's just kind of like nothing against women.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just not. That's not my thing.
Mm-hmm.
It's not my thing, dog.
Mm-hmm. So.
Randy's like, Chris isn't coming back next episode.
Oh, good Lord. No, I feel like that we might have left Randy out of this conversation.
Uh-oh.
But
that's fine. Randy's happy. Don't worry about it.
Okay.
Okay.
Randy's cool.
Mm-hmm. So I think we're getting to that point where the show is almost about to end, Randy.
Well, wait. No, we have.
Oh my goodness.
How many minutes do we have left?
We have 15 more minutes.
Oh, we have. Oh, Lord.
That's. This is 10. 10 plus 5 is 15.
Okay, I'm sorry. I don't have my contacts in. I did not see that.
Oh.
Good Lord.
What did he not see?
Me flashing out how many minutes we have left.
Oh.
With his hands.
With my hands.
Oh, please tell me we have more.
We have more. Trust me. We have plenty of minutes. We are good.
So,
oh, yay.
Mm-hmm.
Well, what's been on your mind lately, Randy? Anything?
Not much, Charlie. You just talked to me last night.
Girl.
Oh,
Mm-hmm.
I still am wondering about, because we mentioned yesterday about who's the blogger who was going to have his gay. He was going to go gay for 3 weeks or something.
Paul, what's his name?
Paul Logan.
Paul Logan.
And you're super against that, Randy? You remember?
Oh, of course, yes.
Mm-hmm.
I was thinking about that last night. I don't really know. Is it? I mean, at least he's putting it in the consciousness, and at least couldn't we just say, hey, this is a guy who's exploring his sexuality? He could be bisexual, and this is his way of exploring his sexuality. At least we're seeing people explore their sexuality and be okay with it. So couldn't it be a good way in that aspect?
Well, he just makes it seem like it, he trivializes the fact that people go through a lot growing up, and homosexuality is not something you can just put on and take off. I agree with the advocate. No, Glass said that.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
I agree with Chastity Bono.
Mm-hmm. I would like to say that it feels like you're almost making being gay a fad. Like, it's the cool thing to do right now.
Right.
Oh, I'll go gay for a month, blah, blah, blah.
Well, that's kind of how it was, like, in the 90s. Like, people would say, I have my gay friend.
Yeah,
exactly.
It's not a fad.
No, it's definitely not a fad. So we wanted to make sure.
Right.
Even though he kind of said it was a joke.
Different.
Even though he kind of said it was a joke.
What does that mean?
Well, he said it was a joke. He wasn't really serious about going gay. Going gay for a month in March. He was just making a joke. That's what he said.
Oh.
The joke.
So he's taking it back.
So, yes, exactly. So the joke didn't go.
He got screwed.
Mm-hmm.
He got screwed.
The joke didn't go as well as he thought it would go.
Mm.
Considering the fact that you literally just got off the whole suicide thing in Japan thing, and you want to make this? No, this is not the time to be making those kind of jokes.
I don't really know anything about him. I haven't seen any of this.
Mm-hmm.
What are shows like?
Any other comedian?
No, I ain't seen nothing about Japan. I don't know nothing about it.
Mm-hmm. If any other comedian had made that joke, we'd all laugh about it and call it a day. But
I don't know. It didn't have the ring of a joke.
Yeah, it didn't, and it didn't.
There was no punchline.
I know.
So I think he really was, serious, and now he's saying it's a joke.
But wait, what does he mean to be gay for a week? Is he going to be having sex with men, or is he just what does that mean?
I don't even know what that even means. Really, is he going to prance around as some stereotypical gay man?
Is he going to say?
Or was he actually going to be gay for a month and realize that
he said that it was the March was man month.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh,
and now for the month of March he was going to be gay for the entire month.
Mm-hmm.
Wait, is March man month?
No, girl.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, because I was about to have a new favorite month.
It's it's about time.
Can we make it be man month, please?
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
I think we should make it man month.
Yes.
I honestly do think we should make it March as man month.
Yes. At least on this show.
We could do that.
At least on this show, March is now man month.
We should maybe have a female month too, somewhere in there.
Sounds good to me. That's my birthday month.
Ooh, yeah.
We can do it at the beginning of the month where we have and to the memory of those hot men that we lost.
And we
That we lost.
What do we get to be talking about?
No longer can have
we're
sex
just talking about men.
That we can no longer have sex with. And these could be men. I'm not talking about men who died. I'm talking about men who got married to women or what have you, or declared their heterosexuality so many times that they literally threw it in our faces. We got it. You're heterosexual. Good Lord.
Who should be our man of honor for Man Month?
I don't know. Randy, who do you think our man of honor should be for Man Month?
You mean in March?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Just think ahead.
I can't. I have no idea.
Mm-hmm. There isn't a man that comes off the top of your head that you're like, yeah, that was, yeah, that's definitely.
Huh.
No.
Oh wait, who's hot right now?
The only thing I can think of is Jason Momoa.
Oh Lord, yes.
I mean, I wouldn't kick him out of bed. He's definitely hot. And he seems like a cool guy.
Would you get him in the bed? That's the
I don't
that's the whole question. Would you get him in the bed? Because you're like, I wouldn't kick him out of bed.
Questions like that don't enter into my fantasy world.
Sorry.
I don't know if he's Well, he's a yeah. He's on the table for sure. Not sure if he'll make the cut, but we'll find out.
Oh, good Lord. I don't even, to be quite honest, if I were to sit here and think about it, I wouldn't even know who to say either.
Okay, I'm going to have to Google hot men celebrities, because I have no idea. How pathetic am I?
So, what are we thinking here, Randy?
What about what?
About literally anything.
I can hardly hear y'all. I keep losing you.
Okay, well, hold on. Can you
We're
hear me?
having technical difficulties.
Oh, we having technical difficulties. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you now.
Oh, okay. All right. Maybe it's because I put the phone down. I have no idea. But you can hear me better, right?
Yeah, I can hear you better.
Okay, so, well, we're pretty good. You know what? Girl. It's almost midnight.
What? 11:30?
Yes, indeed. It's getting late.
Hey, what hour is the witching hour? It's 3 o'clock, isn't it?
I thought it was 2 o'clock.
Well, on Sabrina they said it was midnight, and I was like, that's fucking pathetic. They can't even get their fucking witching hour right.
Any?
Are we talking to the audience anymore, or have we forgotten about them?
No, we're still talking to the audience.
Hi, audience.
I can't hear you. I don't understand what you're saying.
We're still talking to the audience.
Why don't you talk something, Randy?
What you want to hear? I don't know what to tell you. I'm in Crosby.
Tell me about Crosby. What's Crosby all about?
There are deer all over the place.
That's awesome.
And golf courses.
Oh, that doesn't sound exciting.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, what about that gay bar that is in a trailer or something?
Oh no, that's not Crosby. I think that's on the southwest.
That's not Crosby.
That's not Crosby.
We're gonna go there, right?
Although I'm sure there is a gay bar in Crosby somewhere.
I think we should go there and broadcast.
I doubt it.
If there was a gay bar in Webster, Texas, there's a gay bar in Crosby somewhere.
Oh no, I doubt it.
We know where. We know where to congregate. So there's some place where the gays are congregating. So I'm sure you'll.
I'm too old for them to care if I show up on the scene. So.
I'm sure there are men much older than you. Trust me, we've been to these kind of congregations. There have been men much older than us there. So,
well, see if we ran if this was live and we had like a tweet line, I could be reading tweets coming in.
Oh, that's another episode. We're gonna try that on an episode where we have tweets going.
Oh, have we run long?
No, we haven't run long.
We still got 6 minutes.
We just have.
Oh Lord, 6 minutes.
It's like he's counting it down.
It's a blessing.
Oh, so I guess
to have such wonderful folks to talk to.
Oh, the Lord, there was a lot of sarcasm and reading in that voice.
I guess there's some gay conversion app on Google apps that they're getting petitioned to take down.
They should.
All right. Well, Joel, do you have any notes for the people and out there who might be listening?
No, because we're pretty much at the end of the show, and it's been an interesting show. It's been a fun show. We have talked amongst ourselves a lot, but it's all in fun because the whole point in the audience listening is to listen to a conversation. And
we've just done a conversation.
We've had a conversation. And that's what we do on every episode. Yeah, that's what we do on every episode. We have a conversation. And it is a conversation that you like to listen to. So
we hope.
That we hope you like to listen to. Although I like to think that you like to listen to. I hope was getting this show started. Now I feel like that everybody likes the conversation. And sometimes the conversation doesn't go the way you want it. But that's
life, folks.
That's life. That's blessings right there. That's life. So it is what it is.
Indeed. Well, thank y'all for listening at all.
Exactly.
We appreciate it.
We do. So yeah, I think we're pretty much gonna just call it.
Okay.
Because
all right.
I have
good night.
Good night, everybody.
Already go.
Have a good week.
Bye. Good night, everybody.
Bye.